What is up, everybody? I am joined by Joey the Jaguar. Thanks for everyone who's tuning in or who will listen later on the podcast if it goes there. But we'll see how this thing goes, you know. But every episode is brought to you by Quick Trip, presented by Quick Trip. Big shout out to Quick Trip. Now, like, they're bringing in, you can order food on the phone. It is a fantastic thing. Like, it'll be all ready for you there. I think it's a really smart thing that I'm going to use quite often. But anyways, Joey the Jaguar is here. I want to do like almost like a Q&A. We'll do some talking. I screenshot some comments I got on Facebook, and then we'll answer live questions. Stuff people want to talk about. What I find it fascinating is like people like get mad at me. Like I'll make a video or I'll say something about Aaron Rodgers, and people are like, "That's all you talk about. Let's talk about something else." So, and I agree because like there's a lot of the things going on. But then when I say, "Hey, you guys got any questions?" It's all about Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I know. I saw someone asking Wes Hodquits to stop writing about Aaron Rodgers. I'm like, all Wes writes during the offseason is his insider inbox, and he's got John from Swamico asking him about Aaron Rodgers. I don't know what else you want him to write about.
Yeah, like it's literally everything that everyone's talking about, but everyone's so mad that they're talking about it. But I want to talk about a wide variation of things. We got a lot of things that we could talk about. There's a lot of things going on in the world, but I want to get to some of the questions first, and then as people ask questions in the live stream, we'll jump to some of that too. Sure. Here we go. Let's see if I'm smart enough to get to this smoothly. Here we go. Here's question number 1. What percentage are you confident that Rodgers will be back under center this year?
Oh man.
I still am extremely confident, and not because I have any wisdom. It's just that I have a feeling that he will be. I don't think that they're going to trade him, whatever. Yeah. So I would say like 90%. And I know that I'm called naive, delusional, a lot of other words, but I do, because like there's other questions that we can get more into this, but like he hasn't requested a trade. To me, like, though everyone says that he's dug in and he's not coming back and all this, like, I just don't see it, because if he, that's what players do. They did, like Julio Jones. He made it clear he wasn't like being quiet about it. He's like, I ain't gonna be here. So like, so that's my thing. So what is your percentage of you thinking Rodgers gonna be back?
I think probably 65, 75, right in that range. I just don't know what his options are. He's either going. I don't think the Packers are going to trade him, so either going to sit out, retire, or play. And I just don't see Aaron Rodgers, of all people, sitting out a year in his late 30s.
Yeah, that's the thing people realize. Like, people are telling me he'll just sit out. Like, he's 37. If he's going to sit out, he might as well just retire. So like, yeah, I don't see that. Anyways, let's keep her moving. Keep her on moving, as Charlie Barons would say. He says a lot better than that. What is the meaning of life? I mean, besides going to Quick Trip at least twice a day, that's it. That is the meaning of life. Get yourself some chicken tenders.
Yeah, we don't have Quick Trips down here in St. Louis, but when I'm up in Green Bay later this summer, I'll have to try out some of their mac and cheese.
Yeah, they got some new stuff. They got some Buffalo Wild Wings coming. Quick Trip, dude. It's the place for everything. Anyways, let's keep it going. Thoughts about Jake Glazer's comments today? See, this is one thing. Like, I don't want to. I'm not going to spend the whole time talking about Aaron Rodgers. We're going to jump into some other stuff, guys. You're a smart kid, and you know a lot of stuff. I want to ask you about the defensive stuff, but the Jake Glazer comments is because, like, obviously Jake Glazer knows stuff. I wouldn't at all like question Jake Glazer, because I think he knows stuff, but I'm not sure a lot of these guys have up-to-date information. Like, James Jones is a person that I look to, and then he seems very positive. I don't think, would he be that positive and come out and say what he's saying if Aaron Rodgers, who he talks to, Jake Glazer doesn't, as far as I know, at least right now. I think Aaron Rodgers is limiting who he talks to. But if James Jones talked to Roger and Roger said, I'm not going back, there's no way. I don't think James Jones come out like, I think it's fixable. I think that I think Rodgers is telling him that it's fixable. That he would think that. I don't think James Jones is. I mean, and maybe he's just trying to get things going the right way. I don't know, but yeah, I respect Glazer. Like he knows more than I. Like he's who I get my news from. Like so, like I'm not saying that he's wrong and I'm right, but I just trust James Jones and going off his information, I'm hopeful. What about you?
Yeah, a lot of like James Jones, AJ Hawk, all of the close friends and teammates seem to be more positive about it than the reporters. So I think really his agent is talking to Glazer, Schefter, Demoski, all those guys. They're getting all the bad words. Rodgers is maybe not that Rodgers and David Dunn would have conflicting interests, but they're hearing from two different parts, two different viewpoints. So, but yeah, I agree with you. I'm trusting James Jones more.
Yeah, and doesn't Rodgers' agent also, isn't he
Jordan Love's agent?
So, like, to me, if I'm that agent, I want Jordan Love playing ASAP. Yeah. The best way to do that is to get Aaron Rodgers traded, and then he's still getting paid. He's still having fun. He's getting traded to a team, hopefully, that he wanted. And now both your clients are on the field, and Jordan Love, obviously, for money-wise, the earlier he starts, if he proves himself, he's going to get a bigger contract, more money for the agent. So to me, like the agent could be a big. I mean, not just to me. I think I've heard other people say it. I'm not like just breaking something, but I don't know. It could be the agent who's just talking, trying to get things going, so that he would like both of his guys to be starters in the league.
Yeah, win-win for him. Hopefully, he's not the agent of Kurt Benkert here soon. Then we got real problems brewing.
For real. First of all, I got to give a little shout out to Joey here. He always reps the Dr. Pepper. Stays true to it. I'm not drinking tonight. I'm drinking a Rockstar in your honor. And at my age, drinking a Rockstar at 7 o'clock at night is just foolish. I have to work in the morning. I will never sleep. I didn't have any soda here. So, anyways. But yeah, that's what I think. I mean, it is what it is with the whole Glazer thing. Hopefully this is this is the same one here. We got, how many wins do you think we could realistically get if we had to go with Jordan Love under center? I think that's a good question.
Oh yeah,
I'll let you answer that.
One that I thought many times about. Man, it's probably gonna make a lot of people angry. I think Jordan Love has the potential to be like a elite strong arm talent like Patrick Mahomes. I'm not saying he's going to be Patrick Mahomes, but similar traits. But I don't think that would show in year one starting. But I think either way, whether Jordan Love goes out there and stinks or whether he has a really good first year starting, no matter what their confidence they have after this offseason with Jordan Love, I think the game plan is mostly going to rely on Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon, which would be really exciting to see. So, and it would be interesting to see how efficient would this offense be without an MVP quarterback. We saw the Rams just a few years ago in the same system have one of the top offenses with Jared Goff, of all people, at quarterback. So I say ceiling for a team with Jordan Love, 9-10 wins. Floor, I just think we still have a really strong roster. I think 5 or 6 wins.
Yeah, I think it would be extremely tough. And like with any young quarterback, even Aaron Rodgers, they went 6-10 his first year. He threw for 4,000 yards, but sometimes that there's stats there and the player doesn't do horrible, but they still make those young mistakes. The team isn't like, they haven't played together for years, like obviously like with Rodgers. So I don't think it would be great the first year. And then we'd see like what he is though, and like going forward. But like, yeah, I would agree like you. I think he's kind of low. The only thing is maybe they would get lucky because with that running game, if they went heavy on that, and like LaFleur's, like you're saying, like his style of play is just made for. It doesn't matter if you're a Hall of Fame quarterback or obviously it helps.
Yeah,
but like the play call style, like it goes to like compliments the guys that are out there. So I don't know, maybe something could happen, but yeah. I would much rather wait on that for just a little bit.
Yeah.
Before we have to worry about that.
So, the one thing I'm not worried about is anybody in the NFC North. Who knows? We could win the division with 7 wins.
I know. Okay, no, I'm way behind here. Oh yeah, this one. Are you still gonna have a crush on Rodgers when he's playing for another team? Asking for a friend. Look, I always this question I think is funny because people get mad because I'm positive. And but like whenever the situation is that Aaron Rodgers isn't the quarterback, and if it's Jordan Love, I'm gonna do the same thing for Jordan Love.
Yeah.
I mean, a little bit different because he's not, GOAT and he hasn't earned his stripes or whatever, but I'm gonna support the hell of him. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be just as cocky talking about the Packers if Jordan Love is the quarterback or anyone else. But like, I get what people saying because everyone's talking about, well, you're not a Packer fan, you're an Aaron Rodgers fan. Like, no, you have to be both. If you're a Packer fan, you're an Aaron Rodgers fan. Like, you can't like just like I like the team but not the quarterback. That's a main part of it.
Yeah,
I get what they're saying though, because people are saying like the people like, oh, if Aaron Rodgers leaves, I'm going to leave with him. Like I wouldn't. There's no player in the world that would even have me root for it. I mean, like when Favre went to the Jets, he was in AFC. Jets were trash. I was like, all right, good, good for him, and wish him well. I even watched a few games, and then he went to the Vikings. I was like, all right, end of story. I'm not. I can't go that.
I've invested over $1,000 in way too many hours in the Packers. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, dude.
There's no time to switch.
Dude, and I really, you can't, because like if you're a real fan, like everyone is probably who's listening or watching you, it's like it's not a choice. You don't just get to choose. Like, oh, I want to be a fan of this team. Like when you're a real fan, and I hate using that word because everyone tries to tell you like what a real fan is, but like you love the team. It doesn't matter. Like you obviously want them to win, and you get mad when they lose and all those things, but like that's just your team. Like you can't just turn it on and off. It's like love, baby.
Yeah.
All right, this is a long one right here, Joey. All right. Here's your question: can we win and go to the playoffs with Jordan Love? As much as you disagree with this, it should still be discussed. Secondly, will the other players play for him? As we all know, Aaron has more than our quarterback. I'm trying to read behind the camera here. He is hands down the leader of this offense, just like Zadarius Smith, for our defense. The interesting point I thought, like with that question, is that all the people are talking about, like there's reports like people, the other players, they're mad at Rodgers because this and that, which I don't think is true because the players are showing that that's not. But if Rodgers comes back late, all the players are going to play for him. If Jordan Love is the quarterback, all the players are going to play for him. It's like that's what they do. That's their job. They're like. They're not like, you could be best friends with the guy. He's gone. You still got to do your job. Now, later on, you might decide you don't want to play for that team anymore in some situations, but you might get mad. But like, you're going to play your hardest. Like they have egos. They have contracts they want to get. They got money. They got all those things. Everyone on the field is playing as hard as they can. And if they're not there very long.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure they love Aaron, but there's a lot worse quarterback situations than what Jordan Love would be. So all those teams still have players, even the Bears for the past 30 decades. They've had some really 30 decades, maybe not, but they've still had some really good players over there in Chicago.
Yeah. So let me ask you that. Let's take a break from the questions here for a second. What do you think about Chicago? They got a little, I wouldn't say quarterback controversy, but they got like a lot of Bear fans want Justin Fields. They said no, he's QB2. Who do you see playing the major snaps? Maybe not starting, but like throughout the season.
Man, Fields seems like an easy answer. But they threw Mike Lennon out there. The infamous game at Lambeau. There was a rain delay, and Mike Lennon had the knee fumble. Which was fantastic to watch. So I don't know. I don't believe Matt Nagy was with him at that time. I think Fields is the easy answer, like I said, but I wouldn't be surprised to see them throw Dalton out there.
Yeah, I think Andy Dalton's probably going to start. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't keep up with Bears anyways. I mean, I do, from a distance or whatever, a long distance. But
social distance with don't need that energy in there.
But I follow a few Bears pages on Instagram because I've done their podcast and they're good people or whatever. And like a lot of those guys want Justin Fields. I know Packer fans know more than anyone. It doesn't matter what the fans want.
Yeah.
What they do. But like, I think the Bears coaching staff is under a little pressure. Like they might think, well, Fields is great, but if we use him too early, we might break him. Like lose confidence. I'm not sure he would, but some
quarterbacks. They've seen that film before.
Yeah. So like, we don't want to ruin him, but also if we suck, we're all going to be out of a job, and we want to get the coach this kid when he is balling. Because I do think Fields is going to be good. He has potential to be good if the Bears don't ruin him. Like. Like I've always said, is like if I was the Bears, if I was like the GM or the coach or whatever, I would say we need to hire. I know they have a quarterbacks coach, but I would have like a quarterback committee. Bring in every quarterback coach we can, so we don't ruin this kid. Because the Bears ruin every quarterback they ever come in contact with. Like seems like he's Trubisky. Everyone was excited. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people were. And Bears, they go, is Trubisky going to take over the NFC North? All this, and it obviously didn't happen. So, like, if I was Bear fans, I'd be so scared that he could be good, but they're going to ruin him. He'll go play somewhere else, and then he'll fall out and win a Super Bowl or something.
Exactly. That's every time it seems like the NFC North team seems like they're going to be on the rise. Something happens. Hopefully, they can keep Pace and Nagy there in Chicago a little longer. But man, I remember the Vikings a few years back. They were really good. They had a great defense. Kirk was not messing up things too badly. They had Dalvin Cook as a rookie. They were really scary. And then suddenly we're here now, and they're not the best.
No. So like keeping it in the division, Viking fans have been chatty this offseason, but not as chatty as normal. I mean, at least to me, I don't hear them as much, but maybe I block them. I don't know. But what do you think about their offseason? Because I always call them the offseason champs. So, what do you see from them? Like, I don't think I really talked to you too much since the season ended. What are your thoughts about them going forward? Like, who's going to be the third place in NFC North?
I really I believe they got a defensive line. Dalvin Tomlinson, is that it? Who I really wanted for the Packers this year. Last year they did the same thing with Michael Pierce. So they're definitely trying to rebuild that defensive line. The Vikings and the Lions, I could see both of them having not the best records like usual, but also the Bears. All three of the NFC North teams just doesn't look like they have everything together.
Yeah, I think the Packers, assuming Aaron Rodgers is back, is going to just blow out this division. I could see like the Vikings doing something because sometimes they pop up. They might start like 6-1, and then they just tank, and then it all goes downhill. The Bears are like I don't know. Like it all depends on the quarterback play. Even if Andy Dalton does start, does he play good? Do they put him in a good position that the offense is running, and it's not just throwing pick sixes or doing whatever? I have no faith in the Bears offense at all. But I think the Bears are probably better than I give them credit for. I don't give them any credit. So
hard not to be. They could go 0-16 and they'd still be better than you give them credit for.
Yeah. I'd be like, well, they should have got blown out that other game. If the moon were made of cheese, would you eat it? I don't remember putting this one on there. But cheese is high quality. So yes, I would. What's your favorite cheese, Joey?
Favorite cheese? Provolone. I like that on Subway sandwiches, so I'll go with that.
All right. You can't go wrong.
Favorite form of cheese, I guess, would be cheese curds.
All right. These are good answers.
How are we supposed to eat the moon though? Like, are we supposed to eat it like an apple? I don't know.
Yeah, because I'm afraid of heights. I don't think I would be good at astronauts. There's a lot of quick trip questions though. But I'll because I don't want to turn this into a whole commercial. But the best quick trip meal, I think, chicken tenders and the macaroni and cheese. Throw a breadstick on the side, you'll be all right. But so assuming like the Packers are going to be good, like going into every like the Bucks are going to be good. Like a lot of the same teams in NFC are probably going to be good. Assuming the Packers are number one in the NFC, which I always assume that. And I think their roster, is built like that. Who's let's say besides the Bucks, who's their competition?
One team that I'd pick out is definitely the 49ers. I know a lot of people are on the Rams hype train after their defense showed a lot of good stuff in the playoffs last year. But their NFC West rival, the 49ers, now with Trey Lance actually having a competent player at quarterback, and then really, really good defense. They had a lot of injuries last year, getting Nick Bosa back, Fred Warner, inside linebacker, and then George Kittle. And their wide receiver core is really underrated, in my opinion. Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, a lot of guys that really, if they were healthy against the Packers this past year, it would have been a much different game. So definitely the 49ers, Rams again. But always going to be a team or two to surprise.
I think Arizona, like they started off good last year. Obviously they got some pieces, but yeah, like the NFC, like you never know. Like Arizona could be great, they could be horrible. Like the Rams. Like I mean, and it seems like any team at any year can just fall off, and no one knows why. Like it doesn't. Not for the Packers though, but Big B makes a good point here. The Lions making a play here first. That's like Green Bay North or whatever. I think Michigan's North. But they got the Lions they got Tim Boyle over there. They got Jamal Williams.
Yep.
They got
Geronimo Allison.
Yep. They got they don't mind dipping into the Packer pool. I would love nothing more to see Tim Boyle end up being a starter for the Lions.
Oh man, I want to go to
but just give him a shot.
Oh yeah, I want to get tickets to the Packer Lion game later in the season, because by then Tim Boyle will have the starting job taken over and we'll get to see him in action.
Yeah, I think Jamal Williams. I saw an article that someone wrote that he was like in fighting position for the number one. I don't know. I heard that. I think the Lions have a good running back. I'm not sure. Like I actually can't even name it right now. But
Swift, yeah.
Oh yeah, there it is. But I think Jamal Williams is capable of being a starter if given the opportunity. Jamal Williams is a ball, especially if you have a nice 1-2 punch, similar like Aaron Jones, but maybe give Jamal just a little bit more. I think Jamal Williams will ball.
Oh yeah, if I get 1,000-yard season in there.
He does. But all right, that's all we got for today, folks. I appreciate everyone tuning in. But before we cut out of here, I want to talk to you a little bit real quick about hot sauce. Fuegobox.com. Go to fuegobox.com, use promo code Matt10, you get 10% off products and subscriptions. They like gather all the hot sauces across the world and get the best, and you can get like a monthly subscription. Yeah, they find all the good ones for you, so you don't got to search, people. I'm not good at searching. I just go there. They come in a really cool box. Because I'm old, like I'm a dad. I think, after I'm done with that, I can use that, or I could use that for like you can use for anything. So I'm more pumped. I wouldn't say more, but I'm as pumped for the box as I am for the hot sauce. But Fuegobox.com, promo code Matt10, 10% off, people. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you listening. Thanks, Joey, for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
I'm extremely tired. I'm old. I got up early, and now I'm drinking a lot. I'm never going to sleep. But go Pack, go.